ドジャースが開幕から6連勝と絶好調で、開幕から6連勝は44年ぶりの快挙となりました。大谷翔平選手は1番 DH で先発出場し、5打席に立ちに四球3三振1盗塁という結果でした。初回の出塁からテオスカー・ヘルナンデス選手の一発で先制のホームを踏む活躍となりました。三振は目立って生えますが、きちんと出塁し盗塁も決める素晴らしい活躍でした。それでは現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Audi. John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Nomar Garciaparra on a chilly night at the Ravine. The Dodgers stay hot. They improved to 6-0 on the season for the first time since the 1981 Dodgers did the same thing. And tonight on the mound, Tyler Glasnow, first start of 2025, was outstanding for 5 scoreless innings, had 8 strikeouts. And those Hernandez brothers, Jerry, no relation, Teo and Kiké, both went deep.
I'll tell you what, they are swinging the bats, Teoscar and Kiké Hernandez. But let's get back to Tyler Glasnow. I told you I saw him up there in the first inning,
like one batter in.
2 batters in. I said, he's got his A game tonight. I love the fastball command, outstanding breaking ball tonight. He really set the tone. Offense came through, and also the bullpen, solid effort.
And when you look at it, you go 5 innings and you have 8 Ks, no runs. Goes out there, he was pounding the zone. Yeah, he had 3 walks, but I think one of them was questionable because it looked like he had some pretty good pitches. But nonetheless, he gave a great outing, exactly what they need. The offense getting on the board early, which I also think was nice and key. Wasn't about battling back. It seemed like the Dodgers were in control of this game the entire way.
We saw Kiké Hernandez filling in for Freddie Freeman at first base tonight. Did his best Freddie impression because Kiké went deep for the second time this year, and right now he's standing by on the field with Kirsten Watson.
Kiké, last time we saw you in a game was back in Tokyo, but you're feeling better. You got things going. So first, just how good did it feel to be back out there on the field?
Felt great. I was hoping to get in at bat on Saturday, but it didn't work out. So I had to wait 2 more days. But I'm glad to be back. Good to get my season debut at Dodger Stadium, and happy we're still rolling.
Yeah, to get some results offensively with that home run. What did you see from Jesse Chavez?
Faced Jesse a couple times. We go back to like when I was a rookie in the big leagues. When he was in Oakland, I was in Houston. So he's got really good command, and at that point with 2 strikes, I was trying to, just trying to spoil pitches till I got a good one to hit, and I got a good one to hit. And like I told you in Tokyo, first baseman's got a slug, and first baseman's hit homers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, stepping in for Freddie Freeman, just what's been the focus for you at first?
Catch the ball. Yes. Help the other guys out. Yeah, catch the ball.
With this win, you guys are now at 6-0. You guys are continuing to make history with this team. Just what does it say about our group when you guys get starting like this?
I mean, we're really good. We're healthy, so hopefully things stay that way. And we're just trying to take it one day at a time. Very long season, and nobody wins the World Series in March, much less in April. So, we're just trying to take it one day at a time. We had a good March, so hopefully we have a good April.
All right, well, hopefully we can carry it over to the next month. Thanks so much, and congrats on this win.
Thank you.
Great return to the lineup for Kiké Hernandez. Also a great night for Tyler Glasnow. And no more, we talked on the pregame show about Tyler Glasnow and the adjustments he made to his delivery during the offseason, becoming more athletic because he wants that to hopefully keep him healthy for an entire season. And we also said you don't really know till you get out there to see how these different changes will translate to game action. I would say so far through one start, they've translated really well.
You're exactly right, John. And we were talking about before the game, we're saying, well, he made the adjustments. You go into spring training, and when you go to spring training, you get into the games, you're like, okay, let me see how they feel. Do they really play at this level? Now, granted, it is just spring training, but if you have success kind of in spring training where you struck out 19 batters over 11 innings in spring training, you're going, okay, now can that carry over to the season? So it gives you a little bit of confidence. And now you go into your first game and you're saying, okay, I made some adjustments, we'll play. Now the games, I always joke, they're for reals now, and you're saying, okay, will this play? And it did. It exactly did. He goes 5 innings, has 8 strikeouts. He looked like he was in command. Like I mentioned, about 3 walks, really arguing maybe 2, but none, even if they had a couple of walks, he's still like he was in control. His breaking stuff was off the charts. He had command of that fastball, and he looked really good.
You know, what's amazing is whether you're a golfer, a basketball player, anytime you change your golf swing or you change your shot as a basketball player, you just never know until you hit the field of battle. That's the real test. So this was a good check mark right there for Tyler Glasnow to make sure, you know what, I have my stuff. I got great fastball command, outstanding breaking ball as well. So to cross this off the list, a start, to get him going, get him underway against a really good Braves team. The pitches he made to Riley tonight, his first at-bat was off the charts. The pitches he made to Riley, the breaking ball and that fastball dart at 97 at the knees. That tells me he has his ace stuff. He's in rhythm with his mechanics.
And you talked about on the top of the show, really 2 batters in, because we're making our way from the center field plaza, from our set here, over to behind home plate, and we're watching Tyler Glasnow throw. And you, as a hitter, you can tell from that vantage point early on, okay, he's got nasty stuff tonight.
We've done this, Nomar, we've done this for quite some time now. Before we go down, we like to usually watch the pitcher. I used to do this in a dugout. If I'm hitting in the hole on deck, I would look at the pitcher, just see what kind of stuff he has. Does he have life on his fastball? Does he have command of that breaking ball? Is it sharp with that breaking ball? I knew right away he had depth in that breaking ball. It was a late breaking ball, if I can say that.
You can.
And that fastball, anytime you throw that when he's 6'12", down in the zone and stays at the knees, you know it's going to be a nightmare for hitters. He had that kind of stuff tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you're looking from the side and you're looking at the dugout where you can see kind of those angles, and those are the things you are paying attention to. And then you kind of ask, like, hey, the batter, like, does it look as nasty as it does from over here? And then when they say, yeah, you're like, uh-oh.
And we don't say that every time. You know, there's been nights before in the past where I look at you, John, and go, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then it doesn't work out for us, right? So guys can know, guys understand, and they can see a difference if a guy has his A game or not.
Dodgers came into this game through the first 5 games of the year, averaging 6 runs per. And tonight, no more. They put up another 6 runs. Didn't reach 3 home runs like they'd done in each of the previous 4 games, but a couple of long balls. And you talked about it, getting offensive support early for Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah, that's really the key. You know, you always want to do that on the offensive side. Is like you're saying, listen, let's get our guys some runs early so he can go out there and he can relax. And especially when you're thinking about it's your season debut, right? The opening one here at Dodger Stadium, and you're going, listen, let's get this guy some runs early. And that's exactly what Teoscar did. He put a beautiful swing. I mean, man, did he hit that ball a ton down in center field. And then you got Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto, you know, getting in the 4 spot. We're talking about with Freddie Freeman out of the lineup. They moved Michael Conforto up in the A spot, and he delivered. And we said, hey, listen, he can hit there. We know he can deliver, and it's just a double. So it's not always about the long ball. It's about putting that ball in play. Kiké Hernandez, what a pretty swing right here to drive that ball out to left field. They have the long ball they can beat you with. They have other ways where they can work their walks. They can find a way to get on base and still drive you in.
What I love about this team, you have so many guys that can hit really anywhere in the lineup. And I love Kiké Hernandez first at bat tonight. He hit an absolute seed right to Olsen, the first baseman. What it tells me is he's on everything. He's covering that pitch. And what it also tells the opposing pitcher, man, I better come in on him because he has that outside pitch covered. He gets something inner half later in the game he can handle, drives out of the ballpark.
Only 2 previous World Series champions had ever started the next year 6-0. You had the 1933 Yankees started 7-0, and the 1985 Tigers started 6-0. The Dodgers joining them tonight with this win over the Atlanta Braves. Let's head inside and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts, right now talking with the media.
Tyler, his efficiency, kind of stuff he had tonight. What stood out to his performance to you?
I thought tonight what stood out with Tyler is his rhythm. Certainly the fastball, the breaking ball were sharp, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of swing and miss. I thought he had a good rhythm throughout the night. There were some things he was fighting with a little bit with the delivery. There were some near misses with some walks in there. But overall, I thought the stuff was great. Was thinking about setting him back out there for the 6th, but then just given the fact that, you know, the last outing, I think the most he's thrown is 64 pitches, and so kind of to start the inning and to potentially not finish it, we tack on an extra run. I felt it was a good opportunity to get Jack in there and finish the game out right there. And yeah, so that's kind of my thought. But I thought overall tonight, Tyler was really good.
You usually tell pretty early with him when he's sort of having that late tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I just thought tonight he wasn't really searching. I think, you know, like I said, there were some near misses for some balls, but I thought they were quality pitches. He's still really trying to get comfortable in the stretch, I think, with being quicker to the plate and executing pitches from the stretch. But he made pitches when he needed to and threw the ball really well.
It was like the second inning when he walked a couple guys, like one of those moments where he was maybe searching a little bit. Was it good to just kind of see him get past that and kind of finish it?
Yeah, exactly. And then, there was one ball that was a deep fly ball. But outside of that, I thought he didn't give up any hard contact. Got some soft pop-ups, obviously the strikeouts, and then that inning was a game changer as far as getting his pitch count back online, certainly limiting damage in that position right there, and then being able to go 3 more innings after that. So really, again, really good first outing of the season for Tyler. He'll go in that. He'll go on Sunday, so it's the first time I think he's going to go on sort of regular rest. So that's another thought, just making sure that we keep him strong, keep him sharp.
Was tonight an example of Tyler kind of not getting bogged down by in-game mechanical tweaks or issues? Yeah,
absolutely. I think that we all know that, he leans toward the mechanical side, but we're trying to free him up more so, and to his credit, he's bought into that, and he is a really good athlete, and so now he's just kind of not bogging himself down, as you said, with that, and just kind of getting hitters and staying aggressive and trusting his stuff. And you can see the conviction of the breaking ball today. There's a lot of bad swings with that pitch, and then the fastball played, and so yeah, I think tonight was a good stepping stone going forward.
Bunch here behind us at Dodger Stadium because they love a little Monday night baseball. Dodgers and Atlanta Braves. Let's get right to the highlights. The Dodgers looking to start off the season 6-0, something that hasn't been done since the '81 Dodgers. Of course, they won the World Series. Top of the first, Tyler Glasnow gets Michael Harris on 3 pitches.
Outstanding breaking ball right there from Tyler Glasnow. Getting Harris, that is nasty.
And then Austin Riley.
Man, just painting. When you paint with the fastball right there down in the zone, down and away, you see that from the side and you're going, man, he's painting on the lower. Now he's going to be susceptible to that breaking ball when you're painting down there.
It's a great first inning for Glasnow. He gets Matt Olson to ground out to Tommy Edman. A 1-2-3, top of the first. Bottom of the first, Teoscar Hernandez Nomar off of former Dodger draft pick Grant Holmes.
That ball goes over the middle of the plate. They wanted it away, and he stays on it. That's exactly what you're supposed to do with it. He doesn't pull off. He stays right on it and drives it to center field. He crushes that ball.
Man.
So the Dodgers on top 2-0 early. Top of the second after giving up back-to-back walks to start the inning. Tyler Glasnow is facing Drake Baldwin. Yeah, give him a hug. Well-deserved. Sunflower seeds as well. Jerry, Andy Pages in center field has really improved defensively.
Yeah, look at the route. He goes right to the wall, takes a really good angle at it, and doesn't jump early. Waits for the ball, catches it at the highest point, makes the play, gets it in the infield. Great job.
So first and third, 1 out, Nomar, and this is where Tyler Glasnow really buckles down after this catch by Pages. He gets the next 2 to get out of the inning unscathed.
Yeah, he does an excellent job. You got guys in scoring position, and especially when you hit a guy on third base in less than 2 outs. He's able to make quality pitches there, and then here's the final out of that inning to get out of it and not allow a run.
Top of the third, more from Glasnow facing Orlando Arcia, Jerry, and it's a strikeout.
A 3-2 pitch really challenged him up in the zone. Top of the strike zone, outstanding fastball, good riding fastball, like late life fastball. Love to see it.
Brings up Harris, Nomar, second straight at bat for him where he strikes out on 3 pitches.
We were just talking about before, when you establish the fastball down in the zone, you're thinking as a hitter, well, okay, I got to be ready for that fastball, and that's exactly where it was going. And you're going, how do you swing at a ball that breaks that far in front of home plate? Because he had a strike with the fastball.
And then Austin Riley is caught looking for the second time in as many at-bats.
As a hitter, he'll bounce the breaking ball, but also throw the breaking ball for strikes. Also, he's got 100. Not fair.
Bottom of the third, Jerry, you got to love these kind of hits.
Meet. Tell you what, little swinging butt, especially with 2 strikes, you'll take it.
Absolutely. Mookie on board with a 1-out single. First and second after Teo walked, Nomar for Michael Conforto.
He does a good job. This is a 2-0 count. We talk about when you're in a hitter's count, you have a tendency as a hitter get really excited, and you have a tendency to open up, especially that front shoulder. He does not do that. He stays on the ball and drives it the other way. Really good at bat by Conforto.
Gives the Dodgers a 3-0 lead. Tommy Edman with the bases loaded, Jerry, does the job.
Absolutely. Make sure you get at least one right here. He almost drives this out of the ballpark on a cold night. Just great swing, great bat path, execution, tack on runs.
4-0 Dodgers through 3, and it stayed that way. Top of the 5th. More from Glasnow, no more, and it's another strikeout.
I mean, you have a 4-0 lead. You want to just go out there and you want to attack hitters. And then there's that nasty breaking ball. You know, you mentioned it, Jerry. You saw him from the side, but early on you said he has his curveball work.
This is a base hit off the bat of Jared Kelenic. First hit of the game for the Braves, coming in the 5th inning with 1 out. And it brings up Harris, who had struck out his 2 previous trips to the plate. This time, though, a base hit the other way.
Yeah, gets a fastball, really outer third. Not a bad pitch, but credit Harris. Good piece of hit.
2 on and 2 out for Austin Riley. Struck out looking the first 2 trips to the plate. This time, Jerry, it's a swing and a miss.
Again, just listen, Riley is as good as it gets, big league hitter. But when you're on like Glasnow's on, especially the pitches you threw to Riley tonight, great fastball, that breaking ball, are you kidding me?
That would be it for Glasnow. 5 innings. No runs on 2 hits, 8 strikeouts. Teoscar in the bottom of the 5th. No more filling in for Freddie Freeman tonight in that 3-hole.
With 2 strikes. He's kind of short to the ball, puts it in play. Beautiful swing. A line drive to left field.
What a luxury to have a guy like Teoscar Hernandez. You really hit him anywhere in the lineup.
And then Will Smith gets the hands in and drives it into center. Brings in Teo.
I just love Will Smith's approach, especially with runners on base. Great piece of hitting. You're seeing him pull his hands in, get the barrel to the baseball. I mean, that is old school, good as it gets.
When you're able to stay inside the ball like that, drive a ball that far in and drive it up the middle, you really feel confident as a hitter.
Dave Roberts goes to his bullpen. Jack Dreyer, the first man he's calling upon, and he gets Baldwin looking to end the inning.
Outstanding job keeping that fastball down at the knees.
Nomar, bottom of the 6th. It's Kiké. His first start since they were in Japan.
Yeah. That ball on the inner half. I mean, this is a 3-2 count, and he drives it as if he was ahead in the count. Like it was early on, like he was just looking for something to drive, but he gets one he can handle, puts a beautiful swing on it. Man, he hit that well.
He's so balanced. I mean, he is dangerous when he gets something inner half.
6-0 Dodgers after Shohei Ohtani walked. Jerry got the 50-50 tracker on show. It's 2-2 now.
Easy, easy, easy. I like that. Look at the slide. Notice the arms. Keep them up. Yes, great slide, Shohei.
Take a look at it once again. Not using his arms at all to plant on the ground. 7th inning. Alex Vesia comes in and doing what Alex Vesia does, no more punching tickets.
Yeah, he comes in with energy. He comes in fired up. Man, I'll tell you what, playing behind Alex Vesia as a player, like it just so much fun, so exciting. I mean, if you're getting tired and fatigued during the game, he will pump you up.
8th inning, the Braves. They had been shut out the final 2 games in San Diego, so this is their first run in a really long time as Harris hits a solo shot off Tanner Scott.
You got a 6-0 lead. Harris, a really good player, understanding the situation. I'm going to get a fastball here, 3-1 count, and did what he should have done with it.
One batter later, though, Scott answers by striking out Matt Olson.
That's the way you respond. You know, you get yourself behind, you get in a hitter's count, you end up giving a home run because you're not going to walk in a bay. No free passes this time, and then you come out and strike out the next guy.
And then he gets Marcell Ozuna as well as the Dodgers win it by the final of 6-1, improving to 6-0 on the season. Tyler Glasnow is your winning pitcher. 5 scoreless innings with 8 strikeouts. Teo, 2 for 3 with his 2nd home run, a couple of RBIs. Will Smith, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Not 1, not 2, Jerry. It was 14 strikeouts for the Dodgers pitching staff tonight. So you can celebrate tomorrow by going to Jack in the Box. Get a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink. Tonight it was Tyler Glasnow. He covered that number of 7 all by himself. He had 8 of the Dodgers' 14 strikeouts and also picked up his first win of 2025. Let's head back inside the clubhouse and hear from Glasnow. He's talking with the media.
Tyler, just to go out there, be efficient, have quality stuff, just kind of, what were your takeaway with your results and how you were feeling on the mound tonight?
It was good. I think especially that first inning, I felt really synced up. I think the later innings after that were like a little bit more of a challenge, but I think having that curveball is helped me out a lot. And then just like the ride on the heater early on was a lot better too. So just probably better to throw a little bit more strikes, but for the first one, it was good.
When you think about just kind of seeing all that hard work you've put into, whether it's in the offseason, the spring, seeing it play out in a game, kind of just how you're feeling out there, just when you look at that, is this kind of where you want it to be, kind of with the work that you've put in this offseason?
Yeah, I think I feel really comfortable with what I worked on, and I'm not thinking about it a ton. I think it's the least I've thought like mechanically in a long time, so I feel athletic and free and good. Yeah.
What do you think allows you to in the second inning where you had like the couple of walks and being able to kind of move past that? Is that like an example of that where
I think so. I think just I don't know. I think once you have a good inning and you go out and walk two guys, it's like immediately just kind of like lock it in mode. I don't know why, but I just felt out of sync. I think getting in that quick step, and I think that kind of helped me the rest of the game though, just try to lock in and stay focused.
What do you think it is that has allowed you to sort of feel free and not really think about your mechanics on the mound as much?
I think just keeping momentum in it. I think Mark has helped me a ton, like where I lift and put my hands and stuff. It was kind of early on, just kind of all over the place and a little bit more compact. Changed my throwing program a lot. He changed it, and then Connor's helped me a ton with like grips and stuff. And I think all of it has come together, and Yav too in the weight room. Like I've kind of changed a ton of stuff, and like my body just feels a lot better. It's moving more fluid, and all those like little changes throughout my throwing routine and grips, like I said, have been really helpful so far. So the last few have been feeling really good.
When you think about your mechanics in the past, would it be about like sort of like how the mechanics would make you feel, or how are you executing? Like, what would sort of be sort of the driver there?
I'm always very like feel oriented. I feel like I'm always very like internal, and I'm just trying to limit that as much as I can. I think I used to always want to like stay back, like balance, get to a spot and then go. And I think this year it's just like use your momentum and use your legs more, get kind of like long toss, use your legs more and catch play and carry it into the mound. And I think I've just been able to like transfer my energy a lot smoother, and it's not so stiff and inconsistent each inning. And it's been feeling a lot more direct, I guess, when I can use my legs properly.
Yeah, Tyler Glasnow naturally getting a lot of questions about his new mechanics that he started using this offseason. And Nomar's a really good sign, saying when you get to a point where you're not even thinking about mechanics so much and you feel synced up on the mound like he did in that first inning, really good sign in this first start.
Yeah, it really is. And he touched on that, like how good he feels. And we're going to go to the K-zone because we're going to start in that very first inning and see how synced he was. You know, here he is in his very first batter. We're talking about establishing that fastball. And then he talked about, too, later on, that the curveball was really key for success. Well, here's the fastball. You establish that on the outer half with velocity. Then you kind of come in. Now you're ahead 0-2. Oop, and there's the curveball. You're like, all right, that's the good way to start the game. On 3 pitches, I get a punch out. Early on, you can see that just the different breaks, the release point. I mean, he is so tall. Everything looks exactly the same as a hitter. There's no adjustments in delivery. And especially when you have a delivery change, you want to see if you can catch little things. Well, there wasn't anything. Now here he is. He's just off to the races. He's getting ahead of guys. He got 2 strikes. Here he is with the fastball on the 3-2. Now you're 0-2. Whoop, there's the breaking ball where it's starting off in the zone and it's falling right out. Here it is once again. It even catches the top of the zone. I mean, you freeze because it has such a big break. When it's up in the zone, you freeze because you think there's no way that's going to be a strike, and it falls in. Here, what you just can't hold up. You have to look 98 plus. You have to look upper 90s fastball on the guy. And let's not forget how tall he is. So the delivery seems like it's in front of your face. All of that combined with a sharp breaking ball, he is really, really tough to hit, and he was tough today.
I tell you what, I've always been a big fan of Austin Riley. I love the way he goes about his business. He is an elite hitter, well, great defender too at third base. But I saw him walk up to the plate hitting second tonight, and I've put myself in that situation. What I would do, I go, I'm not starting this dude nothing. When he blew away Harris 3 pitches, I'm walking up that plate. First fastball I see, I'm going to holler at. That's what he did. He fouled it back. Another pitch, down with 2 strikes, and he threw a dart. 2 strikes at the knees, outer third. Nothing you can do is grab some bench. That just tells me that Glasnow had his ace stuff, lefty and then righty, had complete command of all his pitches right away. When a pitcher is like that hot right away, you know it's going to be a long night for the offense.
I always remember it was about a year ago to the day where Dave Roberts said, I don't know how anybody ever gets a hit off Tyler Glasnow, certainly when he's synced up and throwing the ball the way he was tonight. And this Braves team did not get a hit until that 5th inning of this one. Dodgers get a 6-1 win over Atlanta to open up this series. Let's head upstairs, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Dodgers stay perfect, 6-0. Tyler Glasnow really good tonight, and the offense did plenty to support him.
Yeah, the curveball and slider were outstanding. Atlanta couldn't catch up to that. It was a little different way that they won today. They didn't have to come from behind, but they still score 6 runs, and that's going to win a lot of games.
What stood out to you for the offense?
Well, you know, I like the fact that they're getting some hits the opposite way. Conforto's ball going to left center. Tommy Tank's doing a job left-handed. That's a good thing, because when you start to see these pieces that aren't your headline guys contribute, that's going to give some length to that lineup, and it's going to be trouble for the opposition.
Dustin May tomorrow. That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for him is take the mentality and the rhythm that you had in spring training. It was very effective there. They only hit about 120 off him down there. Let the nerves and the excitement of being back in the big leagues after almost 700 days to throw in the big leagues and just get it in the zone.
And if that's not enough, look over and see who you're facing. Reigning Cy Young Award winner Chris Sale goes for Atlanta.
Tonight's Arco top-tier stat line, Jerry. It's a simple stat. The Dodgers are 6-0 this season. Ties the best start in franchise history. L.A. Dodgers history, I should say. That 1981 team, they were pretty good as well, with Fernando starting off that year, and they won a World Series.
Yeah, even though I was a little young boy, John, I do remember that 81 team very vaguely, because my mother loved Fernando Valenzuela, led by Rick Monday. That turned out pretty good for the 81 Dodgers.
Certainly did. It ended with the Dodgers beating the Yankees in the World Series. Did it at New York, just like they did in 2024. Will Smith had a couple more hits tonight. Let's head inside the clubhouse and hear from him right now.
Breaking ball today. Curveball. Yeah, curveball is really good. Slider's maybe a little inconsistent, but you know, when he needed to pitch, go to the slider, and he executed it.
Can you tell from early on in outings with him, but it's going to be a kind of night where he's got the kind of swing and miss stuff that he does?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's working that day. It's obviously his fastball and curveball were working the first inning, so just kind of leaned on those going forward. Yeah, he just was out there executing pitches.
What's kind of been working for you this opening week? Like, obviously the numbers have been pretty good. Just like, how's the swing kind of felt right now?
Yeah, swing feels good. Some good adjustments in spring training from last year, and then just sticking to my approach. Trying to do what I always do.
You notice like the ankle at all? Is that something that you're still having to manage at this point?
Occasionally, but it's pretty much fine now.
Dave Roberts talks about just Tyler and kind of getting out of his head mechanically. How do you see that just playing out in regard to how his stuff plays?
Yeah, I mean that's a battle everyone goes through. Every pitcher, every hitter. Think about mechanics when they're trying to perform. So yeah, Tyler definitely does that a little bit. So we're just trying to keep him going the right direction.
Is that something like you're conscious of during a start with him?
I'm always conscious of that with whoever's on the mound. If I see something that's out of the ordinary, I got to tell them, and that's my job. So yeah, just trying to be on top of it, and just figure out what they feel and think, and how I can best help them.
How would you describe the team's offense so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. Putting together good at-bats. Guys are getting on base, and we're driving them in, so really good.
Nomar, we talk about it all the time. A lot of times with the Dodgers offense, how they're doing with runners in scoring position. It seems like wins and losses often depend on how they do with runners in scoring position. The same goes for the Dodgers pitching staff. How they're doing so far this year through 6 games with runners in scoring position, they've been outstanding.
They really have. They've found a way to buckle down. They made the pitches exactly when they needed. I mean, we even saw today with Tyler Glasnow when he had a couple of guys on. Man, he really made some key pitches. We were talking about when there was a man on third base and less than 2 outs. He gets a couple of outs. He gets a pop-up also to get out of that inning. But it's not just the starters. Guys coming out of the bullpen. I mean, when there's guys on base, they also are ready to make that pitch. They buckle down. A couple of things I think, too, is the mentality is I'm going to attack. I am not going to give any free passes. That's the mentality out of the bullpen. That's the mentality of the starters. The other thing, though, too, is when you're a pitcher and you look behind you and you have this defense playing the way they are, that also gives you a lot of confidence.
Yes.
That, listen, even if I make a mistake, even if they put it in play, I have guys that are going to make the plays behind me, or even after that, I have guys that are going to be able to turn that double play and continue to keep me in this ball game. So I think all around collectively, they're all doing a good job.
Nomar, that is an incredible point. I just finished Fight for Glory on Apple. Yankees, Dodgers.
Doc.
I'm telling you, fans, watch that. I remember Blake Trinan was asked, when he got into trouble in a certain situation, all he kept telling himself, hey, I'm going to execute and I'm going to get out of it. listen, Dodgers have been in some situations where they had a hard time getting out of it, but they found a way to do so. Whether it's first and third tonight with Tyler Glasnow, he makes one bad pitch. It could be a 3-2 Braves lead or a tie ball game with the ball hitting the gap. But he was able to buckle in, execute his pitches, and work himself out of it. So the Dodgers do a great job of executing in those situations.
That's a big reason why they are 6-0. They're holding their opponents to a 115 batting average with runners in scoring position so far this year. Only a total of 6 hits in those 6 games. First inning, Nomar, Teoscar Hernandez gives all the Dodgers offense they would need with a 2-run shot.
Such a great swing by Teoscar. I mean, there's a ball that was just kind of slightly running in, but he stays inside the ball, drives it to center field, staying on it beautifully. I mean, and he hit that a long way.
Certainly did. Dodgers improved to 6-0, and quietly Michael Conforto hit safely in 5 straight games with his new team. Let's hear from Michael Conforto right now, talking with the media.
Roberts talked about just quickly with watching the ring ceremony for the guys who weren't a part of the team last year, just how it could add another layer of fire to this group. Did you feel that and just kind of wanting to be a part of that when it comes to the 2026 season?
Absolutely, yeah. I want to be a part of that. You know, just hearing the crowd's reaction to really all the guys. You know, they've really, you know, it seems like one big family. And you know, that's why we play the game, you know, to win a championship. And I was lucky enough to get to the World Series in my rookie season. You know, I was naive at the time to think that, you know, we would be there often. And the rest of my career, I just, you know, started to understand how hard it is to get there, and then how hard it is to win, to be the last team standing. And you know, this team has been there a lot, so you know, they know what it takes to get there. So I'm excited to be a part of this group for sure.
Yeah, we just heard Michael Conforto talking about it, Jerry, just seeing that ring ceremony and seeing the way all the players who were getting their rings, the way they're received by the fans here at Dodgers Stadium, just gives them even a little bit extra motivation to win and be a part of something special in 2025.
And you know what I'm telling you, that provides energy to a clubhouse. Michael Conforto, Blake Snell talked about it. He wants to be back here next year to receive his ring. He wants to be a part of this, so that fuels them, and that helps their teammates like Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman. Those guys want to win it for them as well, so they can experience. So you need guys like this in your clubhouse that are desperate to win.
And guys who have done it before. Because when you have guys who have done it before, new guys come in and say, you guys have been here, you guys understand, you know, I'm going to listen. And also not only that, a lot of these guys who have done it before, they lead so much by example. I mean, these new guys that are coming to the Dodgers, and they're seeing these superstar players that they see and just see how hard they work and the way they're prepared. It's definitely motivating.
He's a classic case of one of those guys who gets to the World Series as a rookie and probably thinks it's going to happen every year. That was 10 years ago, and he's waiting to get back to the Fall Classic, hopefully this year as a member of the Dodgers. All right, Jerry, time to go access 360 on Teoscar's big blast.
Hitting into the 3 spot tonight. Great job of understanding the situation. Runner on base, takes the breaking ball. He is ahead of the count 1-0. He's going to sell out on the fastball inner half. He gets it, and Teoscar does not miss it. Head down on contact through the strike zone. Outstanding job. Traveled 436 feet dead center. One more look at it right there. Hands inside the baseball in his hot zone. Love the swing here from Teoscar Hernandez. Great follow through. One of the prettier swings you will see in all of baseball. His bat speed was so fast, John. You see the green trail right behind it. That is epic bat speed right there. But Teoscar Hernandez, you can hit him second, third, fourth, fifth, doesn't matter. He is dangerous no matter where you hit him in the lineup.
We've talked about it many times. This is our 12th year of the Dodgers Network. Anytime the Dodgers are struggling, Nomar, nobody's going to ever feel bad for the Dodgers. Right now, the Braves are going through something, and no one's going to feel bad for them either because they have such a great team. But they're starting off this year 0-5 without Ronald Acuna Jr. They don't have Spencer Strider yet. They lose Jurickson Profar today to an 80-game suspension for PEDs. Reynaldo Lopez, another all-star starter, placed on the IL today. Things could not be off to a much worse start than they have gotten off to for the Braves.
You're right, and like you said, nobody's going to feel sorry for them. They are a good team and a good organization. And we said before the game, you know, the Braves coming into the Dodgers right now, and you're saying, okay, yeah, you look at it on paper, the way they're struggling, but I go, they remind me of a hitter, a good hitter that's in a slump. That you're just going, listen, we got to make sure that good hitter stays in the slump until after they leave here, that we got to keep going out there and playing good baseball and going against them. And that's exactly what the Dodgers have to do against the Braves, not to give them any life, because a good solid team like them can find that and run with it. So the Dodgers keep playing your game, stay within yourself, and go out there and keep playing good baseball.
They started their season on the road against two very good teams. The Padres are a good team. Yep. They're great at home. Obviously, the Dodgers are the defending champions at home as well, playing great baseball. And they haven't really played their best baseball. But listen, I really believe this Braves team, when it's all said and done, they're going to be there, whether they win the division or a wild card team. I think this is the postseason team. But yeah, they're not playing their best right now. I think for them tomorrow, with Sale on the mound, the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner, I think it's a must-win for them. They're going to come out swinging.
All right, well, speaking of that game tomorrow, it is the National League's reigning Cy Young Award winner, Chris Sale, going for the Braves tomorrow. On the other side, though, it's going to be Code Red Dustin May making his first start in nearly 2 years. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emotion for May as he retakes the mound, Jerry, and it's going to be a tough task for the Dodgers hitters against a guy like Chris Sale as well.
We saw it with Glasnow tonight. When Sale's on, he is as tough as it gets, especially from the left side. But great to see Dustin May back on the mound. We saw him obviously in the Freeway Series. He is ready to go. Hopefully comes out there, pump strikes, making sure, stress his defense, get his offense back in that dugout.
I think really early on for Dustin May, it's going to be about command. If he is having the command early on, I think that confidence and everything will start building, because, listen, it's been a long time. You have nerves and you have just a little bit of doubt in the back of your mind. So I think if he's able to pound the zone and get in there early on, I think that'll really help him. But I think, you know, we have the potential of having a really good pitcher's duel tomorrow and a battle, and hopefully, you know, we'll see if they can come out on top.
A couple of tall guys on the mound as well here at Dodger Stadium for the middle game of this 3-game series. That does it for us. For Jerry, Nomar, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow pregame at 6 o'clock on Sportsnet LA.
ドジャースの破竹の勢いが止まりませんね。ダブルヘルナンデスの一発は見ていて本当に気持ちのいい一発でしたし、ベッツ選手も減少しきった体重に不安視がありましたが、元気にヒットを今日も打ちました。明日こそは大谷選手からの一発が見られるといいですね。ヤンキースのフライバットも話題ですが、ドジャースの連勝記録がどこまで伸びるか楽しみに注目していきましょう。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。